Dominic Dale. Here's our MC, Phil Seymour.
Thanks, Rachel. Welcome back to the Swansea Arena on day one of the Bet Victor Snooker Shootout. It's time now to welcome our next players. We begin with the semi-finalists from last year's shootout, the Spaceman, Dominic Dale, and the former European Masters champion, Zhengyi.
If there's one player who encapsulates the spirit of the shootout, it is surely Dominic Dale, the spaceman, a showman with a feel for eccentricity, up against Zhengyi, who created one of the stories of this sport when he won the European Masters, beating Ronnie O'Sullivan in the final, having started the tournament as a 750-to-1 outsider. It was an extraordinary achievement. So we're ready to go, and it's the former champ here at the shootout back in 2014 who will get us underway. Got the better of Stuart Bingham to win the title with a 61 break 9 years ago now, but as mentioned by MC Phil Seymour, made the last four last year, was timed out. At the time he didn't believe it was the correct decision. It was, against the eventual runner-up Julien Leclerc of Belgium. Was also a quarter-finalist before he won it back in 2012. So as Jimmy White indicated there, he's a player who is very suited to this format. He's got a very good tactical brain, and he does find that mix, doesn't he, Fergal, between playing to the crowd but also getting the job done when the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, I always look forward to seeing him playing in this tournament. I don't think he's quite Poomjang crazy. He's definitely a bit eccentric. Dominic loves the attention, which is exactly what you want in this format. Takes the game serious, but doesn't take himself serious.
Twice a ranking event winner is Dominic. 1997 Grand Prix when he beat the great John Higgins in Bournemouth, and then a full decade later got the better of Ryan Day to lift the Shanghai Masters. Never quite broke into the world's top 16 despite being a multiple ranking titleist, but still enjoying competing. And whatever you think about the fact that the shootout is a ranking event, the reality is that if you can go deep, the points can be very significant. Dominic is in line for qualification for the World Grand Prix. Currently sits just outside the top 32, but if he wins a few rounds here, he could yet sneak in.
He's had quite a good start to the season, won a lot of first-round matches that he probably hasn't in the last few years. He's a very dangerous player in any tournament, let alone the shootout.
It is winning those first rounds, isn't it, Fergal, that's so important, because obviously if you don't win your first match, you get no points at all. But if you can just collect a few wins early in the tournament, it takes all the pressure off in terms of your ranking position.
And of course, apart from the points and money you're earning, you go a few rounds losing in the first round, the next few tournaments get harder and harder. You actually get into the mindset of just going to a tournament just desperate to win a match. And even if you did win that match, chances are that could be your tournament over. So it can be slippery slope.
Well, the Reds are certainly fanning out invitingly. Who's going to get the first opportunity? He's off and running.
Someday we'll get a 1-0 win. Dominic could be the man to do it, to be fair.
Yeah, if anyone's going to do that, it's the spaceman.
He'd enjoy that. Of course, if he does win the tournament, we get to hear him sing again, which is always a great pleasure.
You said that with your tongue firmly in your cheek, Fergal.
He's one of the singers I've ever heard.
Just a reminder, the lowest aggregate score in shootout history, 13 points, when Oliver Lyons beat Stan Moody last year. Lowest winning score, 9-7, Hamim Hussain. who beat Ollie's dad Peter in 2021 by that scoreline.
Relieved there, you know, it would have been a disaster. Again, chance there to get the white in behind the blue and brown if you can.
Zhengyi 1.
Again, has left a couple of tempting long pots, but more sensible choice to try and play safety. Took a bit of a gamble there, but played in such a way that the white was coming back down the table, but
where's this cue ball ending up? Just for a moment it looked like it might nestle behind the yellow, but the red is on for Dale. Wild applause for the third pot of the match.
glad to see any pot. Definitely seems to have a lot more enthusiasm for playing snooker this season. The last couple of years in talking to him, he's talking about maybe retiring, but I think that £20,000 guarantee has certainly helped him. Of course, probably just a little bit more relaxed, getting a few more results. And he wouldn't be surprised if he had a big run in one of the tournaments. Of course, it could well be this week.
It's a big deal, isn't it? It provides a safety net for those players. The assurance of knowing that they're going to have a minimum £20,000 regardless of their results. Of course, that money is offset against anything you win. So if you win in excess of 20,000, then you don't get anything. But it does take some of the pressure off.
And also a few years ago, they got rid of the entry fees as well, because that was up to about 4,000 or 5,000 as well. So in the space of a few years, there's about 25 grand worth of a difference, which is massive. Not just for the likes of Dominic, but particularly young players coming through.
A typically composed visit, which could well be the decisive one here from the former champ. Took a while for this chance to present itself, but now it has. He's determined to make the most of it, building his lead gradually. Another 7 points to add here. Time beginning to run a little short for Fan Zhengyi.
31.
In goes the plant, no problem. Plenty more points here for Dominic Dale to seal the deal.
Yeah, classic example of why he's dangerous. Good safety, good tactical game. And then when he got his chance,
39.
fluent and clinical.
40.
And he has the frame one. We might see a Dominic moment, hopefully.
Yeah, pretty much safe now, you would think. Only 90 seconds left. And he's been very much in the zone at this visit. Nothing Fan can do about it. He's blocked out the crowd completely. Now suddenly,
Here we go.
he's into exhibition mode. Hey, never seen him move so fast.
62. 63.
I don't know what he's checking the clock for.
The pink doesn't matter. There's not enough time. There's not enough points. And there is the handshake from Fan Zhengyi. Dominic Dale once again excelling at the shootout. The spaceman has lift off at the Swansea Arena. He's through to round 2.